Welcome back to my book channel. My name is Lady Lauren Explorer, and today I have a series that I finished, and it's the This Man series. Oh wait, wrong book. It's This Man series by Jody Malpass. I finished all 3 books. I've been on a very book reading binge. So I finished this one yesterday. Then I finished Beneath Him this morning. And then I just finished The Confessed. So let me just talk about this. I'm going to have 2 parts. This is the non-spoiler version of the whole entire series. So basically, we have Ava. Ava O'Shea. Ava O'Shea is an interior designer at a very big company. She's new, but she has great taste, and her clientele love her. She gets this opportunity to design for this manor house. She doesn't usually do manor houses because manor houses are very traditional and country style, like old. Think of I don't know, Parliament or Windsor Castle, that kind of old. She doesn't do all that. She does new and modern. But she got requested by the client, and she's just going to go there, figure out if she can do this work or not, if her work can mesh with the feel of the manor, and then call it a day. But when she gets there, she finds out the person who hired her is uberly sexy. His name is Jesse. And he is a way older man, and he just gives off sex, tension, chemistry, intimacy, and he knows he does it. So he shows her around and shows her the places that he wants her to, renovate. And she's just like, okay, I need to hurry up and get out of here because I am too sexually attracted to the client. I'm going to tell him that his style and my style aren't mixing with this house, and put onto my mentor. So she tries to do that, and she thinks that, hey, it's over, whatever. He's super sexy, kind of cocky, but whatever. And then all of a sudden she starts getting messages and calls from him, and she doesn't know how he got her number, but he just starts talking very dirty. And he wants her, wholeheartedly wants her. And basically this whole entire series is them together. And it spans, literally, it spans, I think, this one is 3 weeks. This one is the week after, in a couple of weeks, maybe. I think all of this. Yeah, and this is the next month. Yeah, so after this one, then it's the next month. So literally, I think this spans maybe 4 months. Because this is crazy. There's a lot of plot twists, a lot of things that we don't know about him, and he has some very dark secrets. And I don't mean dark. I mean dark secrets, not mafia ties or anything like that. But he has some things that he does not want her to find out yet, or at all, or ever. And what gets played in the dark always comes to light. And basically that's what all 3 books coincide. You find out the twist in this one, at the end of this one. Then we get into 4 days after the twist has been revealed. 4 days after, That's when this book starts. Then this is a month after the last, I wouldn't say like twist, but the last thing that happens. Then this is a month later. And a lot of things in this book is crazy. So the last two books are over 500 pages, and then this one is just 300 or something, maybe 400. Yeah, 400 or something. But these bad boys, over 500 pages. So, that's it. If you want to read this, then you should. This is going to be going into the spoiler section because I'm going to go over each individual book because it's crazy. So, if you're about to leave me, well, bye. I'll see you guys in my next video, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Okay, guys, let's talk about this. So, in this man, I love Jesse's like toxicness in this. He is very commanding. At first, I thought this was like the UK version of 50 Shades of Grey, but it's not. It seems like that at first, but like once you finish the book, you're like, maybe. Then you get into the second book and you're like, nah, that's not it. Not at all. So heavily inspired? No. But Jesse is older. Like, and we don't find his age until the second book. Yeah, the second book, we don't find his age. But we do find out that he is very clingy, very controlling. And this is like the first time he's ever felt this way about a woman like this. He's never usually this controlling. He's like a one and done type of person, or it's just like very convenient. But his secret is that he doesn't want her to know is that the manor is actually a sex club. It's where people pay membership every year to have fun, and he is the owner of it. It was inherited by him because of his uncle, who didn't abandon him. And we won't find out like a lot of this until book 2. So book 1 is just like the setup of like them meeting and her falling for him and him trying to entice her and get her and finally have her. Now, beneath him is where everything just hits the fan, because we find out that he's the owner of a sex club at the end. And it leaves us like on a kind of cliffhanger because she's just not wanting to be with him because he never told her. And then also, she doesn't think a sex club is good. She doesn't know why he owns it. So she leaves him and doesn't know how to deal with it. And it's just like a lot for her. So it's been 4 days since she's last seen him. And that's when we start off. And she's just like in a depression. Then one of his friends calls her and tells her like they haven't seen or heard from him in days. And whenever they call, they'll answer. When at his place, he lives like in a very sophisticated building that you can only, if the person who owns it tells them that you can come up, you can only be up there, like it's for that day. So after the next day, you have to keep calling. And if they don't have the access code to get to the elevator, they can't get into his place. So they've been trying to call him and he's not answering the phone at all. She's the only person that has the code because she had been staying with him for a while until she found out about the sex club. So she and his friends go to his place and find him incapacitated because of his heavy drinking. And he had hurt himself. It was a lot going on. And that rekindles their relationship again when she realizes that she can't be without him and he's not going to be without her at all. So they get past a lot of that what's going on and try to understand each other. Well, she tries to tame him, and realizes at the end of the book she can't really tame him. He's always going to be the person that's dominant. He's always going to be the person that like gets his way. She can get some type of victories, but she's not going to win the overall war when it comes to him and his ideas and what he wants. And that's one of my like cons of this, is that like she seems to have such a fiery attitude and a very good backbone, but when it comes to him, she tries to like play it off like that, but then she ends up just doing what he says in the end. And I just hate that about that. Like I hated that. And I also thought like in book 2, he is super clingy. Like I admired it in book 1 because it wasn't like that relevant, or it wasn't that prevalent in the storyline. But in book 2, it becomes super prevalent because he's just like on her. He has to know where she is. In this one, like he does the same thing. I just don't understand why I don't like it in this one. Because like he's super clingy and it's almost creepily clingy in this one. But I just thought it was toxic. In this one, it's creepy. It's very creepy. So we get a little bit of like what happened to him, why he owns the manor, and the situation with him and other women come up a lot. A lot. She has some insecurities, and she has reason to have insecurities because in this one we find out that he's cheated on her while they were together in this book. And he tells her why he cheated on her. He's chasing her for a while in this book. I want to say like 1/4 of the book he's chasing her, and then like after that they're together. But there are times in between this one where she's just like playing hard to get or does not want him at all. And he disappears for a minute because he can't really take her rejection. And we find out that he was cheating because of that. We also find out that he has an alcohol problem. So there's that. And it's very prevalent in this one that he says that he doesn't have the problem, and like no one does anything about it. Like when he says that he doesn't have the problem and she thinks he does, she doesn't like tell him, like hash it out with him, ask him to go to rehab or something like that, or have like a rehab come to him. She just takes it, and then he does not drink at all. And when he does drink, a lot of things happen. So like he starts to, this is when you realize that like he has a problem, because all of the women that he has sex with knew that when he starts drinking, they can have sex with him. So his thing was, I won't drink, but I'll do something else, and it blows up in his face because there is a woman in this book that coincides with this book that Ava does not like. Because in this one, she thought that the woman was his girlfriend a lot of the time. And we found out that's his friend. But in this book, we feel like a lot of things happen. There's some very shady things that are going on with Ava and her relationship with Jesse that other people just keep like putting their nose in for some reasons. I'm just saying. Some reasons. Then we get to the point where like he tries, like you will figure out there's something that he's doing to Ava, and you will notice it, because I noticed it after the 3rd time she kept mentioning it in this man. Then she starts mentioning it again in this book, and I'm like, I think I know what he's doing. Like, I think it's him who's doing this. So I don't want to like keep spoiling it all, but this ends with a engagement that has some deep rooted emotional aspects to it that lead to like the infidelity talk. And that was crazy. So super crazy. Then we have the last one, which is this man confessed, and he has some dark secrets that he just has to say now. They are married, or in the beginning of this book, she's actually getting married. And everything's happy-go-lucky for a minute. Then there's like these women just keep popping up out of woodworks. You find out there's a woman named Carol who is in this book. It's crazy. And she kind of like ruins Ava's wedding for her for a minute. It's just like a lot. And Ava doesn't know if she can deal with all his past women along with him, and an inkling that she's pregnant. So there's that. Ooh. Then we find out that someone is messing around with them. Well, when I say them, I mean Ava, sending her threatening messages, all that kind of stuff. There is it's almost like a triangle, like a square, maybe. It's like a square. Because in this one, there is kind of a triangle when you find out that she is working with another client that knows Jesse because of his relationship with the wife of the man. He comes up again. It's just a lot goes on in this book. We find out again more in depth of why he has this manner, why Sarah, the woman that Ava has a problem with throughout the whole entire 3 series, is in his life still, even though she's done some very shady things that Ava hates. She hates him being around this woman. But we find out the reason why he keeps her around. We find out some, like, I was not expecting what happened towards the end of this book to happen. I was just like, wait, where did this come from? So there's a huge plot twist in this, and I was just very surprised that it happened. And there is mention of abortion, so just keep that in mind. And that is it. Like, I don't want to ruin this last one because that surprised me. Did not expect that. But that is it. I hope you guys, like, I think I will give this series overall a 3.75 because I thought this one was like the best. This one became like super chaotic. I gave this book a 3.5. This one, it was the ending, and I gave this book a 3. So I think a 3.75 will be good for this. It's a good chunker. So, look at that. I think you guys will enjoy it if you like your men toxic, clingy, very, very demanding, almost creepily demanding. That's Jesse. That's Jesse for you. But I am going to be moving on to a different series, and I hope you guys enjoy this. My name is Lady Lauren Explorer. I post a video almost every single day, so please like and subscribe to see more from me. And I will see you in my next video. Bye!